Eugene, and we used to know him as Nick Dinsmore, so let's bring both of them up here right now. Nick, Eugene Dinsmore. By the way, the note on that said, since you have such a hard-on for Vince Russo, enjoy that.
Bill, take your Merkin hat and sit down.
Oh, I love it.
Now, I know tonight's supposed to be a night of laughing and fun, but really I would like to be serious for just a second and speak to everyone about something that I believe in. And I know everybody's seeing the news. They've just released all those minors. Jerry Lawler finally unlocked his front door. When I was asked to pay tribute to somebody who's contributed so much to the professional wrestling business, somebody who's offered their entire life, somebody who's so passionate, I said I would love to roast Vince Russo. But they gave me Jim Cornette. You know, it's kind of an unusual concept to pay homage, to pay tribute to someone that we admire by making fun of them. I don't know if I could embarrass someone that actually managed Mantar. Or is best friends with Kenny Bolin. You know, actually, X-Pac wanted to be here tonight, but he couldn't fit his weed in the overhead compartment. Billy Gunn wanted to be here tonight, but I guess he had a hot date. Kenny Bolin actually did. What was that? What was that? I apologize.
World 2010.
Kenny Bolin actually did have a hot date tonight, but her mom wouldn't let her out on a school night. Amy Lee!
What?
I'd never actually met you until tonight, you know? I know, we never worked in the same territory, but the last time I saw a woman that large, I woke up next to her with a hangover and a mouthful of flour. But Missy Hyatt over here. Missy, I ruined more posters of Missy Hyatt when I was growing up. I met her not too long ago. She's actually been getting a lot of work lately. Most of it's on her face and her tits. Now, I'm not one to gossip, so you didn't hear this from me, okay? But the rumor has it that Missy Hyatt sucked off so many wrestlers that she actually spits out somas. Prince Nana's here. Yes, just to fill our quota. They actually wanted Ken Anderson tonight, but all I could afford was Bob Holly. I didn't actually realize that Al Snow was here tonight. I guess without Head, he gets no reaction. But Dirty Dutch Mantell is here tonight. You know. Oh, is he? Well, fuck, he's not here, but son of a bitch. When I first got in the business, I met Dutch Mantell. He came in, he goes, "Kid, so you think you're a weightlifter?" I used to bench about 540, 5:45, sometime around then. Now, you know, Dutch Mantell is a veteran in our business. I don't want to say he's old, but when they said the Monday Night Wars were starting back up, the old bastard fucking enlisted at Old Navy. Got both the Midnight Express here. How many actually people were actually in the Midnight Express? We had Dennis Condrey, we had Bobby Eaton, we had Stan Lane. I've heard you actually say that Big Bubba Rogers was an honorary member. Randy Rhodes, Norville Austin. Okay, okay. We had Bart Gunn, Bob Holly. Last time I saw a collection of guys like that, it was the Village People. Honestly, Dennis, I just met you earlier. I have nothing for you. But then again, everybody on this panel has heard that from the WWE creative. But I love Bobby Eaton. Bobby was in Louisville, Kentucky at OVW with us. I actually convinced Bobby Eaton to cut his mullet. I missed Bobby so much when he moved that I bought the Bobby Eaton shoot interview. 2 hours of videotaped interview, 6 minutes of understandable dialogue. And we got these comedians down here. Has anybody ever heard of these guys? These guys are actually sit-down comedians on their way to stand up. Some comedians actually make their living doing roasts like this. Jeffrey Ross is one of them. He's actually very good. Yeah, he is. He's very good. They asked him to do the roast here. He said, Jim Cornette, isn't he the manager with the cell phone? But I love Jimmy. I worked with him for over 5 years in Louisville, Kentucky. He used to come in every day with those big glasses on. You think somebody would have warned him that masturbation causes blindness? Jim and Sin invited me to their wedding. Their wedding invitation was phenomenal. It looked like a wrestling program. The match made in heaven versus the match made in hell. The bottom still said card subject to change. Now, if you don't know Jim, some people say that he might be stuck in the 80s. His normal attire is Zubas. His catchphrases sound like that they were written by John Hughes. His home dirty movies, the soundtrack is Donna Summer, She Works Hard for the Money. That video made around more times than Sin. Sorry. I was actually a bit nervous to roast Jimmy because he tends to get a bit upset, a bit loud, a bit nervous. Our times in Louisville, Kentucky, he fired me twice, true story. He threatened to shoot me once, true story. It was common practice to see him beating his own car with a baseball bat. True story, true story. That car took a beating almost as well as Santino Marella. But honestly, Jimmy, you've given me something in this business that nobody else has. You've given me the ability to provide for my family doing something that I love. I mean, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and absolutely, I love you, Jimmy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.